sorry I had to run out on you in the middle of the night.
I thought you were going to wake me up when you came back.
Well, you were sleeping so soundly, it would have been a crime.
Did the burst water pipe cause much damage?
Yes, it did. But it repaired most of it. I mean, you wouldn't know it now. It was a nightmare a couple of hours ago.
Good. That means it won't delay the opening, right?
No, it shouldn't.
I wish you didn't have to leave so early.
No, I wish I didn't have to either, but it's unavoidable. I've got to finish hiring the people for the opening.
You could have done that yesterday.
It's very difficult to find good people, you know. This is New York. It is not Port Charles.
Why don't you just stay a bit longer?
I wish I could, but I can't. I know. I can make it up to you. Lots of good restaurants around this area. Why don't you find the very, very best one, and I'll take you there for dinner tonight.
It's a good idea.
Just you and I promise.
You promise?
Promise. I've another idea.
Is it as good as the first?
I don't know. I'll let you be the judge. Why don't you take this and treat yourself to a proper spending spree today?
That's what I call an idea.
And when you finish buying the entire city, why don't you bring it all to the club and we'll spend some time together?
Oh, good. We're full of it all today.
Yeah, well, I should be spending some more time with you.
Yes, you should.
You have to go.
I'm going to call Sean before I do anything, yeah?
Why?
Well, see how things are going at the office.
Is that such a good idea? He might give you some news that will spoil your otherwise wonderful day. How's my timing?
It looks all right. No, nothing will spoil it.
Okay.
All right.
Goodbye. Have fun.
I will.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Bye.
Bye. Hello?
Hi, Matahari.
Who? Sean?
Who else ever calls you Matahari?
Nobody calls me Matahari.
You having a good time?
Yeah, I'm having a wonderful time. Are you calling because I haven't sent you a postcard?
No, not really, but send me one of the Bowery. I'd like to be reminded of how lucky I am, huh?
Who are you calling?
It's about Robert. You know that Woods case you've been handling? He wants to take it over.
He's what?
He says it's police business now.
It's not police business. It's my case. The police are going to spoil it. Look, when Fran came to me, she was very nervous. This has to be handled delicately, and I can do it, and the police can't. They'll botch it.
All right. Just take it easy. Robert usually has a very good reason.
I don't care what his reason is. Where is he? I want him to call me.
He's on his way over here now.
All right, you have him call me as soon as he gets there.
All right, I will. You just try and calm down, will you, Mata?
Don't call me Matahari. What?
I hope I'm not imposing by coming without calling first.
Oh, no. Please, won't you come in?
Thank you.
Duke's not here. Miss St. John, isn't it?
Please, call me Olivia.
Oh, call me Anna.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take a seat. Do you have coffee or tea or something?
Oh, thank you, but no.
No. Okay.
I've been working very closely with your husband redecorating the club.
Yeah, he told me.
I'm sure. He's always talking about you and your daughter. You're a very lucky woman. Not very many women have such loving husbands.
Oh, thank you.
That's why I'm here. I know how much he treasures you and your daughter, and I wouldn't want to be the cause of any problems.
I guess you're referring to the little incident at the gallery yesterday.
Yes. It could have looked very compromising to you.
Well, Duke explained it.
I'll have to get a new ladder. This one has a tendency to tip to one side, and it just picked a very unfortunate time to do that yesterday. And if it weren't for your husband, I may have had a very bad fall.
Oh, well, he's good like that.
I just wouldn't want something so innocent to become more than it was.
Well, don't you worry about it on my account. Good find.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Oh, sure.
I'm here to get your breakfast table.
Yes, yes. While he's here, are you sure you don't want to join me for some coffee?
Well, on second thought, I'd love some coffee.
Okay, great. Well, we'll just have some coffee and leave the pastries, please.
Right away, ma'am.
Thank you. Would you like a pastry?
No.
No.
Hey, you're looking pretty chipper this morning. Did you enjoy the party last night, huh?
I had a wonderful time.
Well, you should have. You were with Cheryl.
She does bring a smile to my face, yes.
What happens when the lights go up?
What have I told you about talk like that?
Oh, I never indulge.
Yeah, sure you don't. All right, now, let's get down to business. I'd like the, Martin Woods file, thank you.
You're really putting me on a spot on this one.
Why?
Because Anna, she's really ticked off. She doesn't want you anywhere near that case.
Diddums, it's now police business.
All right, then you tell her that.
Look, we both know that this guy Woods was involved with the Carter mob.
All right, we both know that, but Anna doesn't.
Well, why didn't you tell her?
Because I thought it would be better if she heard it from you.
Look, I don't want her involved with this gang or any other gang for that matter.
All right, I can understand that.
All right, can I have the phone number, please?
Yeah, sure. But be prepared. She's going to scream like a banshee. Here.
So are you having a good time here in the big city?
Yes, wonderful time. Tonight, Duke and I are going to go to a restaurant of my choice.
Oh, is the sky the limit?
He said so.
Well, then if you like, I could make some marvelous suggestions.
Would you, please, before you leave? After Friday, when the club opens, is your job over at Duke's?
Oh, no.
No.
No, there are still many things to do.
Oh, what kind of things?
Well, there are always problems when a place has been completely changed over. The seating arrangements have to be adjusted. The lights may be too bright or too dim. We may have to add pieces, remove others to make everything just right. There are many, many things to do.
Oh, yes, well, I can see that. I think it's wonderful. I'm really delighted that you're going to be taking these details off Duke's hands like that.
Well, I'll make it possible for him to spend more time with you.
Oh, thank you. With me in Fort Charles. Yes. Excuse me. Hello.
Anna, sweetie, it's Bubby Boy. We having the time of our life in the Big Apple?
I was until I spoke to Sean.
Look, I'll send you a great big bouquet of flowers and a bowl of fruit to cheer you up. How's that?
You keep them, and I'll keep the files.
Is that any way to treat an old comrade in arms? Do you think of all the good times we've had together, sweetie pie? And the adventures and all that stuff,
Yeah, well, you just keep the thrills, and I'll keep the files, okay?
You seem to have a one-track mind. Now, what can I do to move you over onto a smoother track,
You just listen to me, Robert, okay? The Martin Wood case is mine, okay? It's mine. Robert, have I made myself clear?
Almost definitely, but look, let's be sensible, huh?
I was hired by Fran Woods to find her husband, and that is exactly what I'm going to do.
Will you listen to me?
No, I won't.
Listen. Now, your missing man is involved with the Carter mob from northern New Jersey and New York.
The Carter mob?
Exactly.
Oh, I don't want Mrs. Woods to know that.
I'm not trying to take away business from you. We've got a couple of used car dealers that are competing across the street from one another.
Well, why do I get the feeling that you're being overprotective towards me?
Probably because I'm guilty of it. Look, I confess, I don't like you running around playing hardball with the hoods. They throw the ball at your head and they swing bats at you. You're one person, they're many. It's just common sense. This is a job for the police.
All right, well, I promise that I'll cooperate with you if I find out something.
Look, if you persist, the one message I'll get from you will be chiseled in the concrete we're going to drag off your feet when we pull you out of the river.
Very dramatic.
Very possible.
Give me a day.
What?
Yeah, just give me one day to find out everything I can, and then I promise you, I'll hand it over to the police if I can't do it. And I will be very careful. Now I know it's organized crime.
You are a professional, I guess.
Yes, I am.
Oh. Yeah, my head must be stuffed with cotton wool. But all right, I'll give you a day.
Thank you, Robert.
I'm getting soft in my old age.
Your middle age.
Hey, I'm still a young man.
All right, thank you very much. I'll be talking to you.
That was fascinating.
Oh, I didn't mean for you to hear that.
I had no idea you were with the police.
I'm not.
But I thought it sounded like...
Well, I was. I used to be chief of police at Port Charles.
I'm impressed.
There's no need to be, really.
But what are you now?
I'm a private investigator.
That is amazing. When I think of them, I think of Sam Spade or Philip Marlowe.
Well, we women are making progress, I suppose.
That's very true.
Yeah, now we get into the same amount of trouble as the men do.
Progress.
Hmm.
Oh, I had no idea it was going to be so late. Please forgive me for being so forgetful. I have an appointment downtown in a half an hour, and I'm going to have to leave.
I'm sorry you have to leave.
So am I. But I have to leave right now. I'll never make my appointment on time.
Uh-huh.
Oh, may I have a rain check on the pastry?
You bet.
Thank you. Organized crime. Imagine that.
Money. Only one more day to find him. Duke? Hi. Listen, I was just about to leave to go shopping, and I've left it very late. I was wondering, do you think it would matter if I skip coming by the club later on this afternoon? No, I won't buy the Empire State Building. I know. I'm looking forward to tonight. Yes, I want to get something lovely for it. You don't mind? Okay. All right, I'll see you later. I love you. Bye. Fran Woods. She lives in New Jersey. Oh, please let me have her address.
Why did I allow Anna one more day on the Woods case?
Oh, come on. It's only for 24 more hours, and some of that's already gone.
What can happen in 24 hours? Why did I give in, huh? Tell me.
You know the answer to that one.
So that she wouldn't think I was being overprotective.
Uh-huh. So you're going to keep your word?
Yes.
Yes. Well, then you got to learn to wait.
Oh, I hate it when she makes me do that.
Well, so do I, but there are times when that's all you can do.
I don't want her involved, Sean. This mob doesn't play patty cake.
Will you get off of it? Just give credit where credit is due, will you?
Meaning?
Meaning Meaning that Anna has been through some pretty dangerous and dicey operations. She does have experience, you know.
I know.
Yeah, I get the feeling that if it were me instead of her involved in this case, you wouldn't be as concerned, now would you?
If I say no, you'll think I don't love you.
Oh. Whether it's romantic or platonic, love is love because it shows that you care. And the fact that Anna is a woman makes you care even more. Now, that is just a basic, deep-seated instinct of the male animal.
And we're lecturing on the Harvard circuit next week?
No, Princeton.
Look, how can I put this? The thing that bothers me the most is that she's still undergoing a lot of stress, you know, after the Putnam business. All right, wait a minute. And what happens if something happens? What kind of effect is this going to have on my child?
You gave Anna your word, right? So stop worrying about things you can't control.
Well, they're going to love you on the Dartmouth circuit the week after next.
No, next week, it's Slippery Rock
How appropriate.
State Teachers College. I get all psychology students.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Good morning. How are you
good morning,
doing?
good morning,
Hello,
good morning.
sweetheart. Mwah, look at you. I'm telling you, the day's racing away. You're just sitting here swapping yarns about your exciting adventures. Honey, up and at 'em. Let's see a little pep in here.
Oh.
Chins up, shoulders back, stomach's in.
Cyclone Mary's a day early.
Yeah, we better batten down the hatches.
Oh, stop. I just came in to try to wake you guys up. I mean, my goodness, there's a big, wide, wonderful world out there just waiting to be explored. What do? You're just sitting here in this dinky little office, totally oblivious to it all.
What do you mean, dinky little office?
Honey, I call it as I see it, you know?
Well, she's got 20/20 after all.
What is wrong with this office?
Nothing that a little pizzazz wouldn't help. Oh, wasn't there a glorious party last night?
Smashing.
Ah, did you get smashed?
I was nauseatingly sober.
Oh, did you see Bobby and Scotty?
Kind of friendly, huh?
Kind of friendly. Are you kidding, honey? They're making goo-goo eyes at each other. Oh.
I saw another couple doing that.
Who?
You?
And my sister?
Yes, you two are like a couple of starry-eyed teenagers.
I'll have you know that we had a very pleasant evening together.
Oh, I'm so glad you did, Shine. I had a great evening, too, didn't we, darling?
we did.
Oh, honey. Did you see all those people just oohing and ahhing after you toasted our engagement, honey? They were green. Were they green?
Bit of a commotion, I want.
Oh, honey, my phone has been ringing off the hook all day long. Where are you getting married? When are you getting married? Are we invited? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
When are you?
Sean?
Don't look at me.
Well, come on, you're the pathetic groom to be.
Well, I've made up my mind. Yes.
This is where I think I ducked.
I don't think you're going to duck, sweetheart. I have set the date.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah? When?
When? June 1st.
June 1st?
June 1st.
June
June 1st.
June 1st.
There's an echo in here.
That's been said 3 times.
Well, darling, I'm just trying to pound it into that beautiful head of yours. June
Well,
1st.
this beautiful head is ringing.
That's the bells ringing for you and your gal.
I want a big wedding.
How big?
Enormous.
I think she means
Are we
stupendous.
talking colossal?
I'm talking about a really,
Big.
really big, wonderful wedding. Now, darling, where are we going to have this
How's
wonderful
about,
wedding?
Radio City Music Hall?
Why not Yankee Stadium?
No. Baseball field's too small. Deck of the Enterprise.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
I get flowers
I
and
love it. Oh, this would be great.
Oh, God, I'm getting married.
You
Is
are.
that why you're shaking, darling?
Cold feet always gave him the shivers.
No, don't cold feet. Just warm heart. A hot kiss.
Nobody's here. Oh, the bedrooms are empty. It looks like they've gone away.
Yeah, well, Fran probably went on a trip and took her 2 kids with her, but it's funny, though.
What is?
Well, Fran never said anything, about going anywhere. But their suitcases and some of their clothes are gone. See, I'm the super in this apartment house, and some of the people don't like me because of that, but Fran and me are good friends. She would have told me if she was going away.
Has something been bothering her?
She's been awful lonely.
Yeah. Can I take a look around? Please, yeah. still warm. What? But this pot is still warm. That means that they must have left in a hurry. Something must have happened.
Oh, now this is just really very, very strange. Oh, hey, no, would you look at this? Oh, Fran is always just neat as a pin. I mean, she'd never go away leaving dirty dishes and the kitchen looking like this. No.
Have you taken care of her? You're sure? Very good.
Morning, darling. Morning, Mom. Whoops. Sorry I didn't get up with you this morning. But, the train came in very late last night and I was home late.
It's okay. Did you come home with you?
No, he didn't. You all right?
I just missed you when you were in New York.
I missed you too. But I'm home now.
I missed Uncle Duke, too. But he didn't come home with you.
Well, that's because he's very busy with the club. But he misses you very much. And he sends his love.
Really?
Yes, really. He loves you very much, you know that.
I know, but... Oh, I was just afraid of... Oh,
What are you afraid of?
that Duke didn't want to live with us anymore.
Good morning, Father. You seem to have taken the tiger by the tail already. Must mean you're feeling better. I'm glad.
Better and better, Olivia.
Well, just don't push yourself too hard. After all, that's why Duke is here, isn't it? So speaking of Duke, where is he?
Out on business.
For the club?
No, not for the club. For the family.
Then I'm glad Duke isn't here. I need to speak with you about something in private.
Concerning the club?
No, Father. Concerning the family.
Olivia, I don't want to go into this again with you. The family business must not concern you. Leave the family to me, to Duke.
Father.
I've already lost your two brothers. You think I could risk losing you? Look, you want to help us by opening the club? That's fine, but that's all. There's going to be no further involvement.
Perhaps if you heard me out, you'd be glad I did involve myself.
I don't want to hear it.
I found out that Duke's wife is investigating the disappearance of one Martin Woods.
Oh?
And that Robert Scorpio was seen fit to involve himself in the investigation also.
So as soon as Duke gets a new manager for his club in New York, then everything will be fine and we'll be together all the time.
But when I heard you and Duke fighting, you guys were yelling so loud I couldn't help hearing it. I was so scared.
Of us?
No. Well, that you and Duke are going to get a divorce.
Divorced? We just got married. Married people, they have disagreements all the time. It doesn't mean they're going to get divorced. Whatever gave you that idea, anyway?
Mommy, really, I'm not a little girl anymore. I have friends at school. Some of their parents are divorced. And after all, you and Daddy got a divorce.
Oh. Well, Duke and I aren't going to get a divorce. We're madly in love with each other. We're madly in love with you. We're all going to be together for hundreds of years.
Well, as long as you don't get a divorce, everything is A-okay.
You're growing up. Don't do it too fast.
I won't.
You better get ready for school.
Okay.
Don't forget your lunch.
All right. Okay. Bye, Mom.
Bye. Hello? Hello? Yes, I missed you too. Yeah, as soon as I left. Everything here's fine, yeah. Oh, good. Good. Well, why don't we have a proper celebration then? Yeah, I mean, I can invite Sean and Tiffany and... Yeah, Robert, Felicia. Robert's got a friend, I think. Is anything wrong? Would that be all right? Yeah, I can do it. Good. Oh, yeah, they'll love it. I will, too. All right, then. I love you. Mm-hmm. Bye-bye. Oh, great.
I don't care what their zoning law says. It is absolutely essential that we retain the right-of-way for the entire beachfront and the boardwalk. Well, just do it. Now, what was that about Duke's wife and Robert Scorpio?
But they're both investigating the Woods disappearance.
And you took it upon yourself to find this out?
No, Father, I didn't. I happened to be in the room when Duke's wife received the telephone call. I could tell from the conversation that it was Scorpio. And then I finally knew that it was Woods.
This could be very bad for Duke and for the family. Everyone is united behind Lavery for now, but no one within the family will tolerate any divided loyalties. If Duke finds out his wife is involved, how can he not be torn? This could split the family again. Woods has got a wife. Better make sure that she's not available for questioning. Can't have Anna Lavery or anyone else learn about Duke's hand in this.
It's been taken care of.
What are you talking about?
In this case, I did take things upon myself.
What?
I knew that you didn't want me to be involved, but I had to do something to prove to you that I was capable of handling things the way that Julian would.
Please, Olivia, tell me what you've done.
I managed to reach Mrs. Woods before Anna Lavery could talk to her again. I arranged for she and her children to be taken out of town and put into hiding. They'll be very comfortable. It will cost us a penny, but they won't be back. So much for the case of the disappearing husband. Tell me that I did the right thing. Tell me that you're proud of me.
Proud? I've done everything but beg you not to interfere. All right. Now that you've disobeyed me, how did you find out about Woods? That he worked for Carter? How can you know anything about them?
I know everything about them because Julian confided in me.
I don't believe it.
Julian believed in my ability, Father. Why can't you?
All right. What's done is done. Now, Olivia, tell me. I mean, since you're so capable, tell me. What would Julian do now?
Do? Do about what?
About the two bloated bodies on the bottom of the Port Charles River. Two bodies which Duke dumped there. One of them, of course, is the late Mr. Martin Woods. Answer me. What course of action do we take now?
Why? Why do we have to do anything?
Julian would have the answer like that.
I don't.
Robert Scorpio is a highly trained and skilled investigator. He's now involved in the Woods case. How much longer do you think it will take for him to put two and two together and drag the Port Charles River?
Uh-huh.
You got time for me?
Oh, I've always got time for you.
Oh, it's little Mary Sunshine, and what do I owe the pleasure of this cheery disposition?
I'm always like this.
Not quite. Okay. Just tell me, what secret do we have locked up deep in our heart?
Well, you know, I don't really have a secret. I do have a surprise.
Talk to me.
You know, Duke's new club is opening in New York. Well, we want to have like a big party, and we decided that we should maybe invite some of our friends here from Port Charles, and somewhere along the line you got invited.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. If you come, you can bring a friend. Maybe Cheryl.
Of course, I'd love to come, and I'd be delighted to bring Cheryl.
Okay.
You know, I've always had an enormous Curiosity about that place.
Robert, the night is strictly fun.
Well,
okay?
come on. What else? I mean, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
I guess this means that, what's his name will be spending more time at home, right?
Yes, it does mean that Duke will be home more often, and I'm very happy about it, and I suppose maybe that's the secret of my happiness.
Bingo.
So why are you here?
Work.
Oh.
Let's talk about the Martin Woods case, shall we?
Robert, he resided in New Jersey. I think that is out of your jurisdiction.
Yeah, but he disappeared here in Port Charles, and that's very much my jurisdiction. And as I recall, I only gave you 1 extra day.
All right. Okay. What I have on this is just a photograph of him. I also have a very expensive wristwatch which had an inscription. Basically, we have a missing man who is related to the Carter family in New Jersey, and now we have a missing wife and children too.
Mrs. Woods is missing?
Yeah.
How did you know that?
I went to New Jersey. I wanted to talk to her face to face instead of over the phone. I had a feeling that she was keeping something from me. Well, when I got to the apartment, she was gone. She obviously left in a hurry. I mean, there was nothing there, and a pot was on the stove and it was still warm.
Interesting. Huh. You know, I might have known you wouldn't bring your hunch to me, even though it's now officially a police matter.
And I suppose you'd have brought it to me had the positions been reversed.
Probably not.
What have you got?
2 points of interest. One, Woods was definitely involved with the Carter mob. And 2, there seems to be a long-running feud between the Carters and Jeromes. That name ring a bell with you?
Oh, Robert.
What?
Don't do this. Don't do it.
Don't do what?
Don't involve Duke in this. Don't.
I'm waiting, Olivia. What course of action should we take now? What would Julian do? It's only a matter of time. Very little time before Scorpio discovers Wood's body, which leads straight to Carter, then to Duke, then to the Jerome family. Advise me. What should we do?
I never said I could be a successful mobster.
Don't use that word.
All I've been trying to do is fulfill Julian's dream of making this family legitimate. I can bend a little by hiding Mrs. Woods away. But I don't know anything and can't do anything about bodies in the bottom of a river. I have no advice. All I want is the respect of the family so that I can help make Julian's dream a reality before it's too late.
Olivia, come here. Sit down. I know how much you loved your brother, and I deeply appreciate your devotion to him. And there are times, I'll admit, when I'm weary of the constant struggle and the danger and the violence. But Duke has given his word that he will honor Julian's wishes, and he will never break that vow. It is a job for a man. I want you safe. You're the only thing in my life that means anything to me, truly.
I know.
Then let me guide your happiness.
What do you mean?
After the club opens tomorrow night, I want you to go back to your art gallery, forget about everything here.
Everything.
I've seen the way you look at Duke. I know you're still thinking of trying to take him away from his wife. You're opening yourself to great pain.
Or great joy.
Baby, you're wrong.
Daddy, if Duke's love for Anna is as strong as you feel it is, then there's nothing I can do to change that. But you have to admit, as long as his heart is in Port Charles, you're going to have problems.
Every time I think that I can trust you, that everything's going swimmingly between us, then you start again, picking and poking away at my life. I mean, you are so suspicious of everything and everybody.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I'm talking about Duke. Ever since you first met him, you've been trying to prove that he's a bad guy, and you can't do that. And you know what I think?
No, I've never been able to do that.
Well, I just think that you can't stand the fact that I found happiness with another man.
Really?
Yes, really.
Look, I didn't come around here to make a personal attack on your husband.
Didn't you?
No, I'm just a poor working class cop trying to put a few more pieces into the puzzle.
All right, if you can make the connection between Duke and this missing Mr. Woods, please be my guest.
And if you can stop being the typical emotional female, then I'll continue.
Continue.
As I said, I'm trying to put a few more pieces back into the puzzle, solve it where I can.
Go ahead.
I'm wondering, is it a coincidence? I guess it must be.
What?
Well, we both know that Woods has disappeared, and we both know that Woods was part of the Carter family.
Yes?
We also know that the Carters and the Jeromes are currently going at it together.
Reputedly, yes.
Reputedly. Now, even though Duke couldn't possibly be involved, I mean, I find it an enormous coincidence that he just happens to be starting up a club in a restaurant that Victor Jerome regards as his second home.
Yes, Mrs. Forbes. Of course, I think that animals are like humans. Some more than others. Yes, I will find your poodle. I will indeed find your standard poodle. Yes. Oh, I have a very good lead now. Mm-hmm. As soon as I find out anything, yes. You'll be the first. Goodbye.
We dog napping these days, are we?
I'm a private detective. I take any job that comes along. And for your information, it just so happens that lady is willing to pay 25 grand for the return of her pet.
Ooh, ouch. I'm in the wrong line of work.
I think you are. Especially if you allow your personal feelings to get in the way of your reasoning.
My personal feelings?
Yes.
All right. And here's a whole stack of reasons for you. Fact. Duke's sister, Camellia, killed Victor Jerome's son, and Duke helped cover it up. Fact. Duke's father, Angus, was forced to kill himself in retribution for Jerome's son. Fact. Duke is now opening a club in one of Jerome's most favourite restaurants, which means he's got to be back in the fold.
You have no proof of that.
Fact. The Carters and the Jeromes are currently involved in a gang warfare.
This is a reputed gang warfare.
Theory. Martin Woods disappeared in Port Charles. His wristwatch was found in the Port Charles River not far from Lavery's club. Which could mean...
Don't say any more. What are you going to tell me? You're going to say that Duke killed Martin Woods and then dumped his body in the river?
No, I wasn't going to say that. But it's an interesting idea, isn't it?
Get out of here. Get out of here right now.
Does this mean I can't go to the club?
Club, Duke.
Hi, can I please speak to Mr. Lavery?
Mrs. Lavery?
Yes?
This is Olivia.
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Lavery isn't here.
Do you know where I could reach him?
No, I don't. He left very early this morning on club business, and I don't know when he'll be back. Would you like me to give him a message?
Just say, I called and that I'll see him tomorrow night at the opening.
Yes, I certainly will. And I'll look forward to seeing you again, Anna.
Oh, yes, and I you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. That was Duke's wife.
I heard.
She'll be here for the opening.
You didn't think she would be?
Yes, of course I did. It just reminded me of what you said earlier.
You mean about interfering with Duke's marriage?
No, I was thinking about... Anna's relationship with Robert Scorpio. And I've been trying to think of a solution to our problem before Scorpio starts dragging the river and finds the bodies of Martin Woods and the other men.
You can stop worrying, Olivia. It's been taken care of.
Come back at another time.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Oh, dear, I'm sorry. Are you looking forward to tonight?
Well, actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, yeah?
Would you mind terribly if I took a rain check on having a good time at Duke's?
Oh, Felicia. It's the second disappointment of the day.
What was the first?
Robert Scorpio.
Oh, he can't make it either?
He can.
What'd he do now?
Oh, you don't want to know. Trust me, you don't want to know.
Now, all this time, I thought you were the guy who came up with the G rule when we were with the Bureau.
You mean the bit about playing your cards close to your vest?
Oh, yeah, you remember it. Better than practicing it with Anna.
I didn't intend to tell her anything.
Oh, what'd she do? Beat you with a rubber hose, put bamboo shoots underneath her fingernails?
Very funny.
Oh, then the dear old police commissioner sang like a canary. We think Marty Woods is a stiff. We think someone snuffed him and put him in the river, and we think Duke was involved in it.
Something like that.
You know something? I think we're both getting old. I can't dodge boxes anymore, and you can't keep a secret.
Look, I hadn't intended to share any of my theories until after I'd gotten some solid evidence. But you know what she's like. She pushes away and she prods at you. I mean, all things considered, she's not a bad cop for a woman.
I heard that.
Sorry.
Cheryl Stansbury's on the phone for you. Says she wants to firm up travel plans for your trip to Duke Lavery's club opening this
Oh,
evening.
come on. You can't be serious about this. You're still not going. Not after that big fight you had with Anna last night.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Devilish.
Hello. Reed. Just want to double check. Make sure when my wife and her party arrive, they receive first class treatment.
Yes, Mr. Lavery.
Don't want any follow-ups, okay? Thank you.
Not much like the old days, huh?
Oh, sir.
Congratulations, Duke. People are going to be coming here just to look at the place.
Well, you can thank Olivia for that. One little matter, Victor. You don't intend showing up tonight, do you? Nothing personal.
Why be an honest man, Duke, if you're only going to worry so much all of the time?
This is not exactly a laughing matter to me.
It's not a laughing matter for anybody. You've only got your reputation invested in our family. I invested my only remaining son.
Well, you know, nothing's more important to me than making Julian's dream come true. But you must admit, it wouldn't do any of us any good if I were linked with the mob.
You and I would be playing an entirely different game if that wasn't true.
And you must admit, it wouldn't be a good idea if you or your associates showed their faces here, would it?
Relax, kiddo. Nobody's ever going to make a connection between us.
I want you to understand one thing, Victor. I've only one loyalty stronger than making Julian's dream come true. That is to my wife. Now, if anything happens tonight to make her suspicious or at any other time, if there's any threat to my marriage, I will be out of that door so fast. You won't even hear it close behind me. Excuse me, boss. Phone call.
Hello, Father. No opening night jitters?
No, not particularly. Everything seems to be going according to plan. Did you come by to admire your handiwork? Everybody else certainly has.
Oh, thank you. No, actually, I wanted to come by before everything gets really hectic to give you a present. Go ahead, open it.
You didn't have to do this. I can't accept it.
Sure you can, I insist. Oh, and if you're worried about Anna's reaction, well, the fact of the matter is that it's an old tradition with New York designers to give their clients an opening night gift. Come on now, open it up. I had it inscribed for life. To our long, successful partnership, Olivia.
Well, that's a very nice thought, but you know how your father feels about this.
We've got to talk privately.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We've got this fella downtown in the shakedown business. You know, selling protection to the bodegas and the gin mills down there. Strictly nickel and dime action, but he's been saying around there's no way he's going legit.
Well, why don't you just send Phil down to take care of it? There's no problem.
Well, yeah, I would do that if it was my problem. But it's your problem.
My problem?
You see, this fella isn't the only one downtown. They start talking together. One day they find the courage to challenge your authority. They lose respect for you. Next thing you know, you got a gang war on your hands. I don't suggest you try leading this family out of the rackets during a gang war.
Well, just let them go their own way. That's fine.
Duke, you weren't born yesterday. You want authority? You have to have respect. You let a little guy thumb his nose at you like this, you can kiss respect goodbye.
Okay. I will take care of it first thing tomorrow, all right?
No, we're going to handle it today. We're going to be having a small, select family meeting this afternoon. Here.
They can't come here.
This is your headquarters, isn't it?
Has it crossed your mind to have a major club opening here in a matter of a couple of hours?
Duke, don't you ever forget something. You've turned this into a nice, class place. Could even be a very lucrative business for you. But it's just your front. That's all it is. It's not the family's business. And Duke, the family's business always comes first.
Sam, I want those reports on the on the diving team.
Well, the diving team says the water's cold.
I'm trying to run a police department, and I'm surrounded by comic relief. Look, didn't I order that harbor drag yesterday?
Yes, it's a big harbor, Commissioner.
Darling, I don't care how big the harbor is. The big cheese wants it dragged. Now, I'll tell you what, I want you to personally go down there and whinge, cajole, nag, threaten, whatever. If I miss something out.
Well, forbearance, perhaps.
Listen, go down there and run it. For me. In the meantime, I have a call to make to a friend who used to do business with the Carter mob. It's a mob that Wood seems to have been involved with. The number is... Well, what are you hanging about here for? I want the body.
Anybody I know?
Another comedian.
Actually, I'm still hanging around here to offer some serious counsel.
Oh, for example?
For example, the last time I looked, I always thought that the investigation of interstate organized crime activities was handled by the feds.
The investigation I'm conducting is in regards to a person who disappeared within my jurisdiction. A possible homicide. I am simply looking into things as the facts are presented.
Now, of course, your interest has got nothing to do with Duke Lavery.
My job is to uphold law and order within the boundaries of Port Charles. Part of that job is to also protect the welfare of my family.
No, if that's the case, then might I offer a little suggestion that you call Anna, apologize, and tell her that you'll be there tonight at Duke's opening.
Well, for your information, I had intended to do that.
Oh.
Before you walked in the door. I didn't have to be told to do that. I was about to do that right now.
We'll do it
But
right now.
before I do that, I have to call this snitch of mine in Jersey.
Oh, wait.
Are you certain that you can't come? Oh, there's going to be an awful lot of disappointed people tonight if you can't come.
Well, I feel very uncomfortable in social situations. It just makes me miss Frisco that much more, if possible.
Oh, I can see that. All right. Will you spend an evening with us next week and we'll tell you all about it?
I would love to. But speaking of lonely people, why are you sitting around here when you can make the next shuttle to New York?
What a brilliant idea.
You get yourself on the next plane, and I'll call Olin and tell her you're leaving early, okay?
All right. Okay, thank you. Hello. Oh, listen, what time is your next shuttle to New York, please? 30 minutes? Yeah. Okay, book me on it.
Bill, have someone make up a pile of sandwiches and a pot of coffee.
Sir?
The guys get very hungry over these long meetings.
Long?
Could be hours.
Victor, I don't have hours.
Relax. You got a good staff out there. They can handle the opening for you. if
What about my
necessary.
guests?
So you'll think of something else to tell them later.
And I have something to tell you both. This time, I'm not going to be left along the sidelines. I've more than proven myself capable of participating in the family business. I want to know what is going on, and I want to know it now.
Early guest has pulled up out front.
What do you mean out front? You're no better than that. Show them right to the back.
Yeah, do it.
I'm waiting for an answer.
2 fine sons I had. And a daughter that's as good a man as either one, but still is a woman.
No dirty pool, Father. I'm not leaving the room.
All right, Olivia. We'll meet you halfway. We will include you in all of the enterprises that become legitimate. Duke?
Okay. But only if you agree to our choices.
And what about tonight's business?
Not a chance. You get out of here now.
You get involved in tonight's business, and you are out of the business. Period. You understand?
Shall I bring him in?
Do as I ask, Olivia, just once without an argument.
Just this once. But the discussion, of course, isn't over.
With you, it never is. Yeah, Phil, bring him in.
Gentlemen?
Gentlemen, we're in for neither a hasty decision, nor a lengthy meeting.
Safe to come in?
It is now. Anna left for the airport.
You, hear about our little exchange?
Not all the gory details.
She's still sore.
Oh, she got over it in a hurry. She left here on cloud 9.
The airport, you say? Hmm?
Not that she really needed it. She was flying out like a bird.
Really? Well, I'm surprised you didn't, finish up early and accompany her.
Well, actually, I don't think I could go. It just makes me think of...
Yeah. Okay. Any word yet?
Nothing.
Look, of everything else, you keep the faith, all right? Your husband's one of the best. And, well, I don't know of anybody else that could have tamed him the way you did. It's going to be all right.
I'm trying, Robert. It's getting tougher and tougher.
Into the jungle with 6 guys, and collectively we didn't have this much gear. What do you got in here, anyway?
Darling, only the bare necessities. And if you told me we were spending the night, believe me, I'd have brought more.
Tiffany never did learn the art of packing light. Would you listen to you guys? You sound like grumpy and grassy. And Robert, you haven't said 2 words the entire time.
Look, I'm just standing here in mock amusement, observing my old friend here is about to drown in holy deadlock. But look, let me help you.
Oh,
What a gentleman he is.
thanks.
Didn't I tell you?
good.
I told you.
Listen, we just better enjoy ourselves because Tiffany's bound to tell me we're going to have a good time, all of us.
Look, I got half the PCVD plus all my mob informants out trying to get me information on this case, and so far they've turned up zip. Now, how am I expected to have a good time?
Oh, come on. In the old days, I remember you juggling 6 or 7 assignments at one time and almost as many women without showing the wear and tear. Come on.
Back in the old days, the work wasn't this close to home.
Well, don't work so hard. You'll find yourself traveling alone one of these days.
Boy.
And of course, darling, I don't think the caterers are the only ones that could possibly do the party since we're doing it so big, We'll have to invite my friends and his friends and, of course, people from the studio and probably half of the Port Charles Police Department, not to even mention, darling, who Sean will drag up from the WSB. It's just absolutely Honey, what's wrong with you? What's wrong?
Nothing. I had a muscle spasm or something.
Then why are you holding your back? It's your kidney.
No.
I'll get Robert.
No, don't. I don't want to ruin this evening. I need this evening with Robert.
Cheryl Ann, if it's your kidney, it could be dangerous, okay?
It's all right.
Oh. What's wrong?
Well, I just think Cheryl Ann has waited too long to tell you something. Well, flying gives her anxiety attacks. You know, you can drink some champagne, don't
Here's my boat. There's just one problem with that solution, gentlemen. Legitimate businessmen don't blow people away.
And a man of honor does not accept defiance of the family.
I think we should take a little break. Have some sandwiches, some coffee, relax for a while, then resume our discussion.
No. Put your guns away for now. Let's use our brains first, shall we?
Hello. I'm Mrs. Lavery. Have you seen Duke around?
The last time I saw him, he headed into his office.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Anna, what a delight to see you. I didn't think you were expected so early.
Well, no, I wasn't. I was getting bored in Port Charles. I thought I could be more used here. Have you seen Duke?
No, I can't say that I have.
Well, I'll just have to have a look for him.
Oh, how was your flight?
Bumpy?
Would you like to rest a minute, have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine or something? I'm sure I can scare somebody up at the bar.
No, I'm fine, really. I feel great, and I just want to see my husband.
Well, I know he's not in the office. Perhaps we should check the wine cellar.
Why don't we just check the office? It's here.
Oh, well, I just know he's not there. I could let our fingers do the walking. You shouldn't be walking around and everything after you've just had a long flight when I can just call all the different rooms here and find out where he is.
Okay.
No one seems to be answering in the wine cellar, Anna. So, I guess Duke can't be in there. He's going to be so thrilled that you were able to get here early. Okay, let me see. Maybe I should try the kitchen. What is that extension?
Why don't I just put my things in his office?
Oh, no, you don't need to do that. I'll get one of the busboys to do that for you.
Well, you're being very sweet, but really, I prefer just to have a look on my hair.
Oh, then okay. Really?
Anna.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry I got here. I didn't have a chance to call you. It's not inconvenient, is it?
No, not in the least. There's a few little things have to be sorted out, but now that you're here, nothing can go wrong.
Okay. Can I just freshen up in your office, and then we can get to work?
Look, I have a better idea. Look, a couple of hours before we open, come back to the hotel.
Okay.
Come on.
Thank you, Olivia.
You're welcome.
The place looks great.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Looking for someone?
How dare you defy me? I told you to get out of this place. Olivia, even you can go too far. And this, after you defied me by becoming involved in the Woods matter.
Lucky for all of us, I did take care of Fran Woods, though, wasn't it? And what if Anna would have walked in on your little business meeting just now? Thanks to Olivia, it's going to be a marvelous opening night.
Your New York shuttle is now boarding at Gate 10. The New York shuttle is now boarding
Thanks
at
for all the
Gate
help with the
10.
bag.
Grab my hands full, Mike. What's up?
Commissioner Scorpio, there's an urgent call for you.
From who?
He wouldn't say. He wanted to know if you're still interested in purchasing a sweater.
Sweater.
No, actually, he said jersey.
Where's the phone?
It's right here.
Scorpio here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Listen carefully. I don't want you using this phone. If you go to the safe phone, I'll call you from my office in less than 20 minutes. Something's come up.
Final
You guys
boarding
move
call,
along.
Flight 26 departing from Gate 10.
Here's a
Final
we'll wait
call,
until
Flight
I
26 departing
We'll
from
make
Gate
a
10.
Come on. No. My enthusiasm for this trip depended a lot on being with you. If you're not going to make it, I don't think I want to go.
I'll be there. In fact, I wouldn't miss this one for the world.